Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to become motivated. I hear from a lot of people, and this is one of their areas of concern. Is how can they become motivated? I'm going to share with you the number one way that you can become motivated. This is something that you can do, this is something you can think about, and this is something that should lead to increased motivation, increased desire, increased will to act on what you want or what you want to attain. Keep in mind that this is only one way to become motivated, and there is many more, but this is the number one way, in my opinion, that will lead to immediate action being taken on your behalf. So the number one way to become motivated is to know your why. If you don't know your why, your goal isn't that important. You'll never do it if you don't know your why. This is also the best way to stay motivated. When you're staying motivated, you want to keep rethinking about your why. You want to keep replaying that mental picture that you have in your head of your desired outcome and what that looks like. This is your why. So let, let me share with you some examples. When I was working in the elevator industry, I wanted to become the best elevator mechanic that I could. Okay, so I was in competition with myself. Everybody, they're at different points in their journey, and I think it would be wrong to compete with them when we're on two different waves, let's say, right? For lack of better terms. They're focusing on them and what they want, and I'm focusing on me. So it'd be a waste of energy and time to compete with them when we're trying to achieve different things. So my goal was to be the best elevator mechanic that I could be. Okay, so these were my whys. So I could be fully capable to deal with issues on my own. So that's one why. This is what I was thinking throughout my apprenticeship, leading towards obtaining my license. And throughout this process, throughout the apprenticeship program, I kept telling myself these whys, and my goal was to be a really good elevator mechanic. So, but in order to motivate me, in order to say like why do you want this? Why do you want to do it? I had to emotionally relate to my whys to make it stronger so that I could do it. Okay? So my whys that I really felt strongly about, emotionally, like that would drive me to do it, like I said, so I could be fully capable to deal with issues on my own without anybody else's help. So I could earn more responsibility one day. I want to become a good elevator mechanic so I could earn more responsibility one day and achieve a higher status um, for myself, really, to be in competition with myself, to say that I know that I can achieve that if I wanted to because, I'm a good elevator mechanic. I wanted to be relied upon as a problem solver. Again, this is all for me. This has nothing to do with anybody else. This is all for me. These were my whys to keep me motivated, to keep me interested in my job, to keep me trying to learn new things, to keep me punctual, to keep me asking questions. Another why was so I could know in the back of my head that I'm good at what I do. So I want to be content with myself to say, you know what? I don't have this false misconception of myself. I really know that I am good because of my ability to do the tasks effortlessly, depending on the task, of course. But those were the reasons why I wanted to become a good elevator mechanic for me. not for anybody else. I was in competition with me. So your whys don't always have to include money. Money is a great bonus, but money will come, right? It'll be attached to the skill. It'll be attached depending on your goal or skill that you want to achieve, right? If you want to lose weight and you want to become motivated, money might not be attached to your desired outcome. Further along in your pursuit or your journey, you might decide, hey, you know what? I really like losing weight. I really like making myself feel good. Maybe I'll start my own personal training business. So money could be involved, but like it's not a requirement in your why. Okay, I'll give you another example. When I started my own business, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? That's a completely different career than what you're doing." Yeah, I know, but my why, which was my fuel that I emotionally could relate to, that motivates me and keeps motivating me, was so I could be my own boss. I've worked for many, many different organizations throughout my entire working history, and I've never been my own boss, so I wanted to try to be my own boss and see what it is like. Uh, with in regards to taking initiative and business relationships and business tasks and learning about business itself. I didn't have any of this knowledge whatsoever. So that was a why. So I could accomplish another feat and strengthen my confidence towards other challenges that I may face in my life. So I'll give you an example. When I was running to compete in a half marathon, I had a half a lung and I've experienced great challenges, but after I completed a half marathon, that strengthened my confidence to say, hey, if I can do that, I can do this. Because there's certain qualities that are a constant in one pursuit to another. Um, Initiative, commitment, dedication, determination. These are some qualities that are consistent in any undertaking, really. So for me to start my own business, I wanted to have another accomplishment under my belt so that future challenges I could look back and say, hey, I started my own business and it was successful. Sometimes we forget about our successes. So, one of the great things that we can do to improve our confidence, to improve our belief in ourselves, and to help us get motivated is to write down all our previous successes that we have had. And if you don't have too many, you can write down what seems like very trivial accomplishments, but they're actually very crucial, right? This could be learning how to ride a bike. This could be graduating elementary school. This could be graduating high school. This could be winning that championship with that sports team. This could be losing all that weight. This could be signing up and committing to yoga classes. This could be raising your child great. It could be a lot of things, but when you write them down, then you have a piece of paper that you can review whenever you like, and then you don't have to think about it. And then all these can just be inputted into your brain, and they will help strengthen your confidence and help motivate you to say, you know what, if I could do all this, I could do this. And then your why will be emotionally stronger naturally. Naturally. Back to going to my own business, another why was so I could potentially have an uncapped earning potential. So I could diversify my life experience and become more well rounded. These were things I felt very strongly about. And that's why I continue to use these to motivate me while I'm running my business. There's many times that I've wanted to just give up because it's so challenging. I never could foresee these these challenges. I couldn't foresee them. I didn't know that I was gonna have difficulty in staying motivated or staying committed to the outcome because it was so difficult. I didn't know. But having these whys allow you to say, you know what, tomorrow is a new day and I'll go at it again. And that's where success really, really starts to open your eyes to say, hey, you know what, I can do it. Tomorrow is a new day. Success, as long as you keep going, win or lose, you tried. And another reason was so that I could say in the back of my head that, hey, you know what? I did try. I did try. I opened up a business. And if anything happens, you know what? At least I tried. I won't spend the rest of my life knowing whether or not, I did my complete best. I didn't give up early. Right to the end. Right to the end, you try. And I just wrote a book. So my whys for writing this book, again, writing the book was very challenging. There was a lot of times that I wanted to give up. I didn't think I was ever going to finish, to be honest. And I wanted to quit so many times. But I reflected on my whys and why I needed to do it. That I felt emotionally attached to say, hey, you know what? You need to finish this book. It wasn't an option at that point to give up when you can emotionally relate to something that you feel strong about. It's not, quitting is not an option. And this is what real motivation is. This is how to become motivated. And this is why your why is so important to your success. If you don't know your why, you'll give up at any given opportunity because it's not emotionally inherent in you. It's not in you emotionally, right? And when I'm talking about emotionally, I'm talking about um, the emotions that we face, like happiness. If we want happiness, you know you're going to be happy when you open your own business, when you become a good elevator mechanic, when you finish that book, and you're still going to be happy before that. But after that, you could say, okay, you know, the emotions were the fuel, were the drive. Going back to the whys on the book, um, one of the whys was so I could offer a product that could provide a bit of insight into me and my business. Another why was so I could have something that I created that I could pass on to generation and to someone and to others, right? We all have a ton of knowledge up here. To organize it, to be able to say, here you go, here's some knowledge that I have up here, and then you can pass it on and people can read it. Likewise with their art. If someone is creating a piece of art, that's up here, and then it takes a tangible expression. I wanted to finish the book so I could have another accomplishment, right? Accomplishments are so crucial to your success because you can look back on them and they can serve as evidence that you persevered, you accomplished something, that you can accomplish something else because you accomplished that. The magnitude and diversity of accomplishments are different, but the qualities that go along with each success almost always remain the same. Certain qualities may be utilized more often and may be required more so in magnitude than other qualities. And this is why you need to be well rounded in your accomplishments and accomplish as many things as you can so that it becomes a habit to succeed. You want success to be a habit. Another why was to do something that many people don't do. That was one of the main reasons I wrote my book, and that's what helped me stay motivated throughout the process. Not too many people write books. I mean, a fair amount write books, but in comparison to the vast majority of people on this earth, many people don't write books. And like I said, so I can say that I've written a book and knowing that I did it, right? I'm in competition with myself. There's only one other great competitor in this world, and it's me, right? Besides me, right? And those are my whys. So if you want to get motivated to lose weight, believe me, I was almost 300 pounds and I lost over 110 pounds of pure body fat. And my whys was it was so I could be attractive to the opposite sex. It was to gain more energy. You know, I would walk up 3 or 4 stairs and be out of breath. I wanted to be more healthy. I wanted to be who I was before I was overweight because I had such great memories when I was skinny that I wanted to make those memories again and not be overlooked and brushed off just because I was overweight. You know, even the humiliation that goes along with being overweight. I wanted to stop that. Those were my whys as to why I lost weight. So many people, when they start a diet and then they stop it, their why is not strong enough. This is the number one reason that many people fail in the undertaking that they're on. It's because their why is not strong enough. This is also the best way to become motivated is to determine your why. Think about it. If you have to sit there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour in silence to figure out your why, do it. Because you're going to get the realest answers. Because you're going to get some thoughts that, may be habitual. But then after time, you're going to get the real thoughts from your subconscious because your subconscious is dished out all those. Um, all those um, let's say they're not the real proof. They're just throwing out thoughts to deter you from figuring out the real reason. So sit down, find out your why, and you'll become motivated. This is natural, and this is just one way. Keep in mind that you can become motivated, but this is the most important way, in my opinion, that will help you get motivated and stay motivated. Determine your why, and they should follow as a result. Motivation should not be an issue once you know your why. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you have a great day.